5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Just waiting on the live, sorry, yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Cool. Oh, here we go. Hello and welcome everyone to the ESK8 UK live show. Tonight with Tom from Skateboard Electric. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Doing really well. Happy to be here.
Glad to hear it. So we look forward to hearing all about the board and what's been happening. What do we need to know?
Sure. Well, let's jump right in. So I'm again my name's Thomas Oliphant with Skateboards Electric. I'm the founder, the inventor, the general manager of the company, and we've been around for quite some time now, and decided to design our own board, and have come a long way with testing prototypes and building production prototypes, and now we're finally into production, which is super exciting for us. We're building our first round of ready to race or ready to ride electric skateboards for the street, and they'll also be great for the ones that we're building now are great for entry level road racers. So both street riding and they'll be great for taking on the track. So yeah, so we just finished an exciting event over the Electrify Expo in San Francisco. We had 4 prototypes out there that we took to the event, and I actually have a short video of that event, so I can show everybody real quick. Let me share my screen.
I can hear but I can't see. Maybe Suki can get us up first.
Were you able to see that?
No, I could hear it. Sounded good.
Oh,
I can.
let me see if I can get this to work. Sorry about that.
No problem. So this was from the expo you were saying, Tom, yeah?
Yes.
I think we can need.
How's that? Can you see that?
Here we go. Now we can.
Oh, okay, great. Here we go. All right.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
So 4
that was
test boards there.
yeah. So that was our booth and our 4 prototypes that we had there. You may have noticed there's 2 of them were the extra long ones, and the other 2 were the standard length. They were all set up for street riding except for one. One of them we had dropped, which was a fantastic experience to be able to ride one of them that is at at road race
Yeah.
ride height for the deck. To have that roll center directly in line with the centers of the axles, with the top of the deck right in line with the center of the axles, it rotates and feels so smooth and controllable on the flat surface tracks and parking lot rides, intro to speeds. So that was a breakthrough for us. We really dialed in the roll center of the board. So that we're pretty happy to be able to say that we really got our race board set up on lockdown. And so all the boards that we're building now actually have an adjustable deck ride height, which is going to be a breakthrough for all of us because street riding, we're going to want to have the deck raised up to about minimum 3 inches. So we make it over speed bumps and gnarly, whatever happens. But when we go to the flat surfaces like parking lots and road race tracks, we're going to be able to drop it all the way down to 3/4 of an inch, right around there, 1 inch ride height. And that, oh, wow. It's actually a little higher than that. It's 45 millimeter ride height minimum. So with it low like that, we can tilt it all the way to 15 degrees, and it doesn't hit the ground. It comes close, but it doesn't hit. And even with the extra long deck, doesn't hit the ground, and the roll center is perfect. Wow, I'm telling you, this board
Yeah.
is so much fun to ride with that all that right the roll centers lined up on smooth surfaces. Wow, it's so
Make
much
a big
fun.
difference with handling and racing, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. We had 250 people test riding the boards at the event last weekend in San Francisco, and people were just raving about the way it rides. They were saying they couldn't stop saying wow. They couldn't stop saying, oh, it's perfect. And I was just like, yes, yes, so happy to hear
That's
that
what
people love
that's
it.
what you want to hear, isn't it? Wow, and perfect's as good as it gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Will it be very difficult for users to lower it themselves? If they good day, Craig. If they when they buy
Not
one,
easy, not difficult. A good question because
good.
all it really is because we have the trucks outside beyond the axles or beyond the ends of the
Mhm.
deck. All we do is we just add a spacer. We add spacer, raise it up, take out the spacers, lower it down. And so it's just a matter of removing 4 bolts, putting the spacers in, and putting the 4 bolts back in on each end.
Good solution. It's best
Yeah,
of both for people. Quick change around then.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, well, so the um, that's the update, and there's more to say about that, but there's so the I know that the people are Suki in particular is interested in hearing more about the off road idea that we came up with and that we're testing.
Ah,
Yeah, we actually we're so happy with the way the trucks are working and the way the deck is nice and controllable and rigid and solid, both the standard length and the extra long deck. We're so happy with the way the trucks work. They'll work on road and they'll work amazing off road too. So what we're gonna do, what we just were able to uncover is a brand new set of tires that are deep off-road tread, taller. So instead of 160 millimeters, they're 190 millimeter tires, and they're wider. We got an extra 10 millimeters on the width, so it's instead of 70 millimeters, they're even wider than that. They're 80 millimeters. So that gives more room for absorbing the bumps. That raises the whole axles up some. That raises the deck up more. So these tires, I'm about to show them to you.
hmm
They're beautiful. And so with our adjustable height deck ride height system, we're gonna for our off road board, we're gonna raise the deck all the way up to 5.5 inches. So we'll have plenty of clearance for off road, just with adding some spacers in there. And it won't. affect the performance at all because off-roading we don't necessarily need to be going the full the 40 miles an hour. We want to have it to be able to be real technical and stable at the lower speeds, but we want to have traction. So what we decided to do, what we're testing now, is these big tires with the treads, air filled, all wheel drive.
Ah, all-wheel drive. I got
Yeah,
you.
the beautiful thing about the deck is that you can hook it up to a two-wheel drive setup or a four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive setup. It's already all engineered, ready to go for that upgrade. So here we go. We're making an all-wheel drive off-road board with a raised deck up to 5.5 inches, and it's going to have a skid plate,
Okay.
a Lexan skid plate bolted to the bottom. So it's about a
Hmm.
3 millimeter thick Lexan, roll Lexan. So you're going to have to worry about bouncing off rocks and scraping the carbon fiber. That'll all be protected. And we're going to have belt guards. So the belts will be fully enclosed so that we won't have to worry about rocks. Or even adding some front fenders on there to throw the rocks and the sticks away from the deck, so that when you're out there riding, um, you'll be able to fly over all the debris, and it won't go flying into the rider or onto the deck with the all wheel drive system. So so that's that prototype's almost done actually. So we're gonna have it here in the next month to be testing, and I'm super excited about it because to be able to offer a all-wheel drive board with these trucks and the stability, it's it's going to be such a fun board to ride on the off-road, because it's incredible what happens with these trucks when you go over um, the irregularities in the roads. It self-corrects. You hit a rock and it just absorbs it and doesn't even hardly disrupt the deck at all. It's really phenomenal what's happening with these trucks being underneath the rider to keep them safe.
Wow, this is exciting news. I didn't see this one come in.
Yeah, so I was trying to get a
Ah,
good
I think,
screen
oh,
share of the tires, but what I can do is I can just kind of show you a picture here.
I think Suki's
So
asking for
let's
some
see if I
news.
can get it to the camera.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I can see the grip pattern there. Plenty of width.
Yeah, it's got some really good tread pattern to it, and it's nice and wide, flat surface.
Hmm.
So that's a first reveal of those, and they're big. They're not going to fit on regular
No,
boards because they're
for
so
width.
big. They're going to rub if you have it on a regular board. But the board that I built with the extended trucks, it's got extra clearance for bigger tires like that, so they're going to fit perfectly, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and they were very wide, weren't they, those tyres as well? I guess a lot of hubs couldn't facilitate that width as well.
Yeah, the tires that we have for bald racing tires are already kind of wide. We don't have any issues with grip. They're already 70 millimeters wide and flat, race bald tires. These
Hmm.
off-road tires, they're 80 millimeters wide, so they're even wider than the race tires, and
Hmm.
so they're going to be getting some good traction. We're going to have um, we'll have the 6384 um, 55 3300 watt motors on there. So four of these 3300 watt motors. What is that? 12,000
13.2, I'm going to say quick maths, but I might be wrong.
13,000 watts
Yeah,
for off-road board. That's plenty.
yeah.
I don't know if you've done a lot of off-road riding, but I've done some.
Uh,
I've tested two boards that were potentially able to do well in the off road. And one of them, it was a 2 wheel drive, and it really wasn't strong enough. It had two big motors, the 64 100s, but it wasn't strong enough because it only had two motors. We really need an all-wheel drive board to be able to go off-roading. I like to be able to climb hills. Ideally, I'd like to be able to take it to a ski area in the summertime and go all the way up those
Yeah,
steep hills, the cat track trails, at least, the dirt roads around.
yeah,
Just
definitely
go up as
fun.
high as we can and ride it downhill. Oh man, totally could.
Got a
So
quick
with
question popped
yeah,
up
sure,
there.
sure.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
yeah, from our friend who asked, will you be selling the truck separately in the future? I guess you're doing complete boards initially, is it?
Yes, we're gonna have the trucks available for sale separately. So those will be on the website to just um, select and order in the new um, in the near future. Absolutely, yes.
Perhaps you can sort of support DIYers, I guess, by doing that. Uh, Fab. Jan's asking the tyres as well. I guess it's all to come, is it? Just sort of.
Yeah, we're gonna have a supply in our warehouse here in Arizona of tires. The For sure the all terrain tires and the bald racing tires. The off road tires too. We're gonna have all that in inventory here in Arizona. So yes, absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
answered a
and
question there for our friend. That's great.
yeah, that's a good question. And we're actually another interesting development is that we decided to design our own wheels that are upgraded from what everybody else is using. We decided to go with the big 6,000 bearings. So we're upgrading the size of the bearings because the bearings, we can't have bearings breaking and squeaking. We got to have big bearings. So we decided to design our own wheel that incorporates the bigger bearings, and it's going to have the quick release ring that's available for that. And we also are going to have the quick release ring bolted on there with four bolts because you know what happens to the quick release rings when you get a flat tire?
Yeah, that's what's keeping it on, isn't it? The air pressure, yeah.
Yeah, the little quick release ring falls off the tire and you're like really in a spot. You can't repair that if you lose the ring. So we decided to put four bolts. We're going to put some bolts on the ring so that it doesn't just go flying off if you get a flat tire. So we're excited about this new wheel that we're designing right now for 10 millimeter axles. Yeah. So
Fab.
the new
Plenty going on then. 10,
yeah yeah it's coming together well. We're excited. It's a lot. We're
yeah.
busy,
You have
but
been very busy, haven't you?
yeah. And then with the pro race board prototype coming too. That's in the that's it's experienced some delays. It's experienced some changes, but I think we're on a good track now. We decided to go with the all wheel drive race board, and it's going to have the 64 100 motors all the way around. So four of those
Mm.
big things, 5,500 watts each. I think it might be more actually. No, 5,500. So that's
22?
22,000 watts,
Yeah.
and man, that's a lot. With these ESCs that we're using for 16S and the the Molicel P45B high rate discharge batteries, 200 amp. It it's gonna be ridiculously fast. We're super excited to unleash this, especially at ESK8 with our pro rider, multiple pro riders. Hopefully by then, riding it. So for sure, at least have one pro rider there representing. So I'm practiced up and ready to to put it to the paces and be competitive. So
So,
we're,
quick
we're
question: will it be
yeah,
four ESCs or two dual ESCs? What are your plans for that?
we're going to have two ESCs on top of the trucks outside of the battery box. Um, so so one remote. The cool thing about our controllers that we put in all our boards is that there's an option to run it in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. There's an option to run it 14S or 16S.
Hmm.
They're smart remotes, which is such an advantage because we just select the remote and we can get 27 different customization screens inside the remote rather than having to go to VESC. Don't have to go to VESC anymore. We just inside the thumb throttle remote have all the performance settings right there to just scroll through and select, which is so convenient and amazing breakthrough for the sport.
Yeah, very user friendly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the pro race board we're working on a drive system. We don't know if we're for sure going to be able to get gears on there, but it looks like we really got to go gear drive for these big motors for it to work effectively. So we're building a gear drive system for these trucks. That's coming also soon.
Yeah, to get that power transmitted.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. So
Lot, lots
yeah.
of different options, isn't there? Lots happening.
It certainly is with the adjustability and with the multiple models. You know, now we have four different models coming out here with the SE1 with the 6350 motors and the SE1 Dragon with the 6384 motors.
Hmm.
Um, you know, the standard length and then the extra long length deck, the 14S batteries, the 16X batteries. And what's special about all this is that if you start off with the SE1 with the smaller 6350 motors, it's all upgradable. So I love that about the system that we're building, the whole program that we're going to be able to offer people is you start off with a smaller motor board with the 6350s. You decide, oh, after a month or two of riding it, oh, I want to go racing. You just order the set of the 6384 motors, and boom, you're you have all of a sudden a lot more performance power, and you get a 16S battery. It's all the same controller, so you don't have to upgrade the controller, and it's all the same deck. It's all the same trucks. Maybe you change out the bushings. We're going to have multiple different rubber density bushings. So, you know, we have a soft bushing and we have a stiffer bushing, and so be able to fine tune those. But to be able to start off with a smaller motor board and upgrade it all the way to a pro just by adding parts, that's an exciting experience. You know what I mean? It's the same deck, it's the same trucks.
Hmm. And the same ESCs you were saying as well, yeah.
Yep.
How about the batteries? What sort of configurations, those different voltages you were saying? How many peak groups?
Yeah. Well, the way we have our batteries set up is we have since there's two different length decks, we have the um, the different size batteries.
And
They're all the decks, the standard or the extra length long decks are going to be able to run the 14S or the 16S. So even if you have a standard length deck, you can put a big 16S battery in there and the big motors on there and make it a Dragon. So that's an option. Um, but we're going to have all these batteries in stock and available for people. We have the 14S um, 4P, in the Samsung 50s. So that's got the 5,000 cells in there. So that's got a little extra range in it. And then we have the Mala cells 16S 3P for the standard length deck, and so that's for the big motors, the upgrade, and those are those have the P45B cells in there. So it goes from there. We have the same deal, similar with the extra long deck, the XL9 deck. We go with the 14S 6P
Hmm.
long range battery for the you want to
Yeah,
run that deck with the smaller motors, and then we have the 16S 5P for the big motors for that. Yeah,
yeah,
so
two
a
different,
couple
yeah,
different
range of
options.
options. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, fab. Yeah, so people can kind of customize to what suits them, and as you say, upgrade and change as time goes on.
yeah, that upgradability is something that I don't think very many other companies have tried doing it, but I've always loved that process of starting with um, a base model and like a like a Jeep. I remember I fixed up a Jeep when I was first started. My first car I ever got was a Jeep. So I decided, okay, let's fix it up. You know what I mean? Let's put some big tires
Hmm.
on there and and get the suspension lifted and things like that. So it's a fun process to be able to upgrade a vehicle.
And as you were saying, I guess that these can be adapted to off-road then as well. The same starting board can later
Yeah, that's a good question because
pick up
all
other
the
sport.
all the wheels that we sell and that we are going to be included with all the boards will fit the big off-road deep tread tires. So those are going to be fun to ride on the street. Pop a set of those on your board and upgrade from the all-terrain or the bald racing tires to the off-road tires. Take it on the street and have a blast because it's all the same size wheel.
Got you.
Yeah.
Um, but then there's going to be more of a dedicated off-road board, is there, with the battery protection you were talking about, the skid plate. That's the one I'm looking for. The
Yeah, there'll be a
CX
skid plate on that all-wheel drive board.
the
Um,
all-wheel drive. Yeah,
some people might want a two-wheel drive off-road board. That's feasible. That could be done. Um, but
you're
we
clearly going
really
the
want to
four-wheel
make
drive.
yeah, we really want to point people in the direction of an all-wheel drive off-road board if they want to go off-roading because the traction that you get with an off-road board is it's fantastic and the hill climbability um,
Scrolling.
it's an advantage to be able to have a all-wheel drive board because we're riding off-road. When you're off-roading you're riding on surfaces that have less traction, and so to ride a two-wheel drive board on a low traction surface is it can be sketchy as compared to, especially when you compare it to all-wheel drive setup. All-wheel drive just digs in. The front wheels they really are able to um, start making a impact on the capability of the vehicle that you're riding. So
Yeah, I hear you.
we want to get that out
Cool.
there and available soon.
Yeah, cool things. So I guess people just want to try these boards out now, don't they? ESK8Con's the one place you're saying. We haven't got a date yet for ESK8Con, I don't think, have we? Normally March
Yeah,
as you
it's
do.
always right there, April, March, so we can expect that. But Yeah, that's always going to be a big event, and yeah, I wish the boards that we've been building have been able to be released sooner. I know it's been a drip drop situation for everybody, and believe me, if there was anything I could do to make it be able to be released sooner, I would. But we want to release it when it's ready, and when it's going to be um, a 5-star rave review out of the gates. It's it, it's it's a bar that I've set for myself and my life and my company, and I think the um, the first impression that people get of a new skateboard that they get from us is needs to be good. So I really appreciate you everybody being patient with it. The launch date. Believe me, we're going to launch it as soon as we can, and it's going to be as fantastic as possible.
Glad to hear it. Are you taking orders currently, Tom, or you wait until you've got
Yeah,
a
we'll pre-sell a board. We have the pre-sale um, option available on the website, so you're welcome to do that. We're not building a huge amount. We're not building 200 of these right out of the gate. So it would be certainly be appreciated and wise to pre-order a board, and that way you can be sure to get get the board as soon as it sooner than later, because chances of us selling out are pretty good, and so you're welcome to do that. That's available.
Are you on the road going to more events, kind of showcasing the boards? Is there anything else coming up before ESK8Con?
We'll for sure be at Eastgate Con in full effect with our SE1, our SE1 Dragon boards on display and for ready for demo riding. Um, we'll have a off road board there, prototype for sure. Maybe available for sale by then, and we'll for sure have the SC1 Pro board there
With your racer?
in yeah competing in the races, so people be able to watch that, and
Yeah,
know,
exciting.
maybe people be able to purchase them by then. Hopefully,
Hmm. Yeah, I guess
we'll
seeing that race board doing well will get people excited, won't it?
yeah, we're excited about Eastgate Con this year because we're doing everything we can to get on that podium.
Brilliant. Look forward to seeing.
Yeah.
Reflective jacket, Suki's asking question.
Oh yeah, the jackets. I got some good news on that. Um, we um, we decided the reflective jacket's not as popular as it could have been. I don't know. It's not really as great as what I decided to go with. So we'll probably be taking that off the website. What we did develop though is we developed the most beautiful, most durable e-skate jacket that fits over a chest protector. So we have a jacket designed as the same design as a fire racing suit. So the
Okay.
fire suit design jacket with the zip up, it's the top piece jacket. It's got ripstop military grade fabric, so if you crash and
Oh yeah.
um, and burn, it won't even rip. So which is good because all other jackets they rip, and it's so frustrating to see a nice jacket get ripped. These will last for at least we've crash tested them. They'll last for at least 3 or 4 crashes before you see any holes in it. So we got a fire suit jacket, and we have a hoodie. I'm going to be putting them on the website soon. They came out so good. We have two different options. We have a, a blue and an orange logo, and we have an all black logo. So yeah, they're really good. Let me show
Fab.
you one. Let me show you one real quick.
Yeah, I think that's what Suku was asking.
I got one right here.
Stroke of luck.
Yeah, this is it. You can
Nice.
see the back,
Uh-huh. Mhm.
front. It's a really nice jacket. It's even got air ventilation on the underneath the arms. It's got this nice net, so it's ventilated and it's really high quality. So happy to be able to protect the racers and the riders with a nice jacket.
And large enough to go over the chest protector, you were saying,
Yeah,
really the body
exactly.
armor and such like.
Hmm.
That was fab. Guess when people are riding this quick and pushing the limits, protection gets important.
That's right. Yeah, we have those in stock now. So somebody wants one, hit me up. I got all sizes.
Fab. What is the top speed of your fastest board, do you think, and is going to be topping out there?
The board that we have now, the with the small motors, the 6350s and the 14S, it'll consistently go 35 miles an hour, maybe more going downhill, but you'll hit 35 no problem. And then the 6384 motors with the 16S, it'll it'll go 45 50 easy, maybe 55.
Mm-hmm. Some serious
Honestly,
speed.
I haven't done a top speed test on it yet. I just haven't. Maybe I should. I, I was
Or you race it to test it, I guess, isn't it? Someone like to push the limits.
yeah. Well, it was what I can report though is that on the 6350 size motor board, I was going 40 clocked at 43 miles an hour, and it was comfortable. It was a an amazing, unforgettable experience.
Good, glad to
So
hear it.
yeah, so the the SE1 Dragon will do 50, no problem, and then the SE1 Pro, forget about it, maybe 70, probably 70.
Yeah. Yeah, serious speed.
Yeah, because with these trucks, the cool thing about it is that it's comfortable to be able to
Yeah.
ride at at a speed of 25 to 30 feeling terrified is one thing. You know, that's what we do now, or what everybody's done up until now with the boards that have been made. You know, let's be honest. And then, so what's amazing about the breakthrough that we have with this new system that I've been able to engineer is we can go 35 comfortably, and that's amazing. You want to go 40, 45, you got to have a super smooth surface, and you got to be really like no wind, but you can go 45 comfortably too if you really want to get after it. And the key to that whole thing is comfortably. We don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be out there riding scared, stiff, terrified. We want to
Mm-hmm.
be able to ride comfortably and confidently so that we're ready to um, ride within our limits and without the crash and burn experience.
Yeah.
safety
Yeah.
is safety is great. You know, I'm happy to say I haven't fallen once on these boards, and I've been pushing the limits all the time, all around town, all over the racetracks. So
That's
that's
good to
a
hear.
happy thing I'm able to report that they really do handle, and they're really and they're not only comfortable, they're fun. Oh my gosh, so much fun to ride. You know, you carve with them, you brake and turn at the same time. Amazing braking and turning performance like never seen before. It's so much fun to dive into the corner with hard brakes and see the thing not even um, shake or be
Yeah,
sketchy. Yeah,
yeah, that can find some boards out, can't it? Braking and turning.
yeah.
Fab.
Oh, one more thing. I um I got one more video for you, Suki. At the at the event in San Francisco. Let me share my screen. I want to show you one more little video. There was
Hmm.
a a pretty girl out there that wanted to demo the board, and she was on heels.
Ah, Suki loves the heels.
Yeah. So
Has Suki been out in San Francisco? We'll see now.
yeah. So let me share this video. It was great. Let me see if I can figure this out.
Sure.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go down here.
Uh huh.
Wait a minute. Here we go. There she is. Put your weight on your toes or your heels to turn, and you want to put your feet all the way back, all the way forward. That's it. Now put your weight on your front foot, like that's it. That's it. That's it. Now just be real smooth. You'll get it.
Yeah, those were definitely heels.
Isn't that so good? She'd never ridden a skateboard before ever, and she just jumped on there with heels. That's pretty brave, right?
Yeah, yeah. Definitely not something I've ever done or would attempt to do. Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
Oh, fair play. Also, you're having a lot of fun then. This is good stuff. We all look forward to seeing more and trying these boards out. And wish you all the success. You definitely put the effort in, aren't you? The work on the engineering front. Oh,
Yeah, for
Suki's
sure.
impressed there. Nice on the heels.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, thank you for that, and yeah, and I appreciate what you're doing to get the word out, help us get the word out about the breakthroughs that we're having on a daily basis, and the big launch that's coming up here real soon.
Yeah. Oh, it's all exciting and interesting stuff. Thank you for chatting with us tonight, Tom, and everyone in the comments there. Wish everyone anything else you want to tell us before we go, Tom, or should we wrap up now, my friend?
We can wrap up. Just wanna say that I love you guys, and the sport I think is going to be much more easy to get into and fun to participate in once we get these boards out there and available for people to ride. So much love, um, and stay blessed.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you, Tom, and everyone who's watching. Hope everyone's enjoying the sport and get plenty of riding in. Here we go. Good luck and similar sentiments. You loves your truck design. Awesome. We look forward to getting on them and trying them out. All the best, everyone.